there, Mustangs. Welcome to school for the week of September 21st.
Let's start off with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Job well done. Let's see what's happening at Westlake this week.
Thanks for the update. Last week we had our 4th Virtual Mustang Musings Assembly of the year. Let's get a recap.
Last Thursday we held our final start of the year Mustang Musings Assembly. We discussed what it means to be STEM crazy outside. We are curious when we smile and are kind to others, when we meet someone new, and when we invite others to participate. We are respectful by keeping our hands, feet, and other objects to ourselves, keeping away from classroom windows, and using appropriate language and volume. We are accountable when we put our trash in the garbage can, take care of school property, and play appropriately. We show zero quit when we give 100% effort, and when we try, fail, and try again until we succeed. We also took a moment to recognize the first Mustangs of the month of the school year. We will recognize a new group during each Mustang Musings Assembly. Congratulations to this group. As usual, we paused for a handbook minute. We discussed the expectations in the hallways. Students should not enter the hallways before 7:42 a.m. and should exit before 3 o'clock p.m. unless you are in the dining hall or library areas. During class time, students must have a signed hall pass to be in the halls, which they can only receive if they are wearing a visible student ID badge. Hall passes will not be given during the first 10 minutes of class, the last 10 minutes of class, or during lunchtime. Although the one-way traffic in our hallways is essential during passing time to mitigate the spread of the coronavirus, students and teachers do not need to follow the one-way arrows when it is not passing time or the time between classes. We also reviewed the importance of having a water bottle at school. If you did not get a water bottle at the beginning of the school year, please ask your first period teacher for one. Fill up those water bottles at any of the running sinks in the building since the drinking fountains are shut off to avoid an additional touch point. On the Mustang Room page of the school website, we showed how students can correct an absence error by submitting a short form. This will send an email to the attendance secretary and your teacher for verification. On the same page, you may request a new badge if you never received one or if you need a replacement. This will usually cost you 300 crazy points, but they are free this week. Teachers, you may also request a new badge for students if needed. We discussed being STEM crazy in the lunchroom. In the lunchroom, we are curious when we try new foods and when we get to know someone new. We are respectful by keeping our hands, feet, and other objects to ourselves, by saying please and thank you, and by using appropriate language and volume. We are accountable when we clean up after ourselves, when we finish food before leaving the cafeteria or outdoor eating areas, and when we take care of school property. We are zero quitting when we wait in line patiently and when we walk our trash to the garbage. Students have done a fabulous job maintaining our social distancing parameters during lunchtime, both in the lunch line and at the lunch tables. We now have a lot of students joining us for breakfast, and we want to follow the same routines at breakfast as we do at lunchtime. Whether you're coming in to eat or just to hang out, please follow a line to the lunch lady and then fill up the tables from the front to the back. This helps us maintain our contact tracing and avoid contaminating more tables than necessary. Last week, all of our students participated in the beginning of the year reading inventory. This graph shows the Lexile reading level distribution of our 7th graders. The numbers along the bottom show the Lexile scores, and the height of the bars tell you how many 7th graders in our school are at that level. The taller the bar, the more students we have reading at that level. A Lexile level of 1,000 is roughly a 7th grade reading level. So those students to the right of that line are reading above grade level, and those to the left of that line are below or approaching grade level. This graph shows the Lexile reading level distribution of our 8th graders. A Lexile level of 1040 is roughly an 8th grade reading level, so those students to the right of that line are reading above grade level, and those to the left of that line are below or approaching grade level. On Tuesday, every student and parent will receive an email with a digital goal sheet that shows what your Lexile level is to start this year and what your goal should be to finish the year. Students have a goal to improve by 1.5 grade levels during the school year. If you can do that, you'll qualify to receive a free Westlake STEM hoodie. We'll award those in the January Mustang Musings Assembly and in the May Mustang Musings Assembly. We finished our assembly by discussing a few key safety resources at Westlake. All students are encouraged to download the Safe UT app on their mobile device. The Safe UT app is a statewide service that provides real-time crisis intervention to kids. It's available 24/7, it's 100% confidential, and it's always free. You can use it to have a texting chat with a crisis counselor, to phone in and talk directly with a crisis counselor, or to submit a tip to your school. If you don't have a mobile device, you can access the Safe UT crisis line right from our webpage, westlakestem.org, using your Chromebook. We also discussed and practiced our lockdown procedures. A lockdown is initiated when there is a potential threat to student safety on or adjacent to the campus. All students and staff go to the nearest classroom and lock the door. Interior classroom doors are locked. Those doors will not be open for anyone, but classroom activities may continue as normal, as you can see here. A lockdown with cover protocol is a little different. A lockdown with cover is initiated when there is a direct threat to student safety on the campus. All students and staff go to the nearest classroom, lock the door, and take cover. Interior classroom doors are locked and students and staff take cover. Those doors will not be open for anyone, and students and staff will stay out of sight. It is very important to remain perfectly quiet during a lockdown with cover. That's it. That concludes our start of the year Mustang Musings assemblies. Our next assembly will be on Thursday, October 29th.
Thanks for the recap. Let's head to Mrs. Luther for our weekly COVID code reminder.
Hey Mustangs, September is Suicide Prevention Month. Counselors were in health classes this week to talk about this very important subject.
This month's Skill of the Month is on suicide prevention. Please watch the video in this week's Mustang Media.
And don't forget that you can always use Safe Youth as a resource, and you can contact your counselor by phone or email. We love you, and we are here to help and support you.
Hey, Wellcasters. Realize your worth. We here at Wellcast want you to remember that you are valued and appreciated more than you know. You've impacted so many people. Your family, your friends, members in your community. Over the course of your whole life, it adds up, even if it doesn't feel like it. You would be deeply missed by your loved ones, who'd have to cope with your permanent absence, and who would miss you and grieve for you forever. Seek support. Start by channeling your emotions into a song, a poem, a diary entry, to give voice to your feelings and help you further understand them. Then, share what you've come up with someone you trust, a neighbor, a best friend, a cousin, even a counselor. Face the fear. You might have been having suicidal thoughts for some time, or maybe they've only recently snuck up on you. Certain people or events might trigger dark thoughts. Bullying, abuse, the death of a loved one. It's totally normal to feel sadness from painful experiences like these. But it's not healthy to spiral into a suicidal mindset and believe that death is the only solution to ending this pain. In fact, your belief that suicide is the only way out might be linked to something else. Depression, bipolar disorder, anxiety, or schizophrenia are often present in the suicidal. in almost 90% of those who end their own lives. Like a disease, at work in your own body, these mental illnesses are diagnosable and treatable. Just because the symptoms aren't visible doesn't mean a real disease isn't present. And understanding the influence of a pre-existing condition will help lift you out of the space where suicidal thoughts fester. The bad news is, you and thousands of others are deeply suffering. The great news is, there is hope. Seek help. Suicidal thoughts aren't treatable, but the illnesses associated with them certainly are. There are many different ways that you can silence those internal voices without permanently silencing yourself. Check out all these incredible resources we have for you. Many clinics and counseling centers provide confidential support and even offer affordable resources or medication if that's what you need. If you don't find a counselor you like at first, it's okay to keep looking. Counseling comes in many different shapes and sizes: group counseling, over-the-phone counseling, or one-on-one. Find out what works best for you. We hope this episode of Wellcast was a comfortable first step on your journey. Remember to please continue to take care of yourself. This might be a lifelong process, and that's okay. Life is hard, but you don't have to bear it alone. We'll see you soon.
This next week on Tuesday and Wednesday from 4 to 7 p.m., we will be having our Mustang Roundup. Let's get more information.
Hey there, Mustangs. This is the week. It is the week of our Mustang Roundup. On Tuesday and Wednesday from 4 o'clock till 7 o'clock, we will have our parent-teacher conferences taking place. Now, they'll be a little bit different this year because of the coronavirus. They will actually take place virtually via video conference on Zoom. On our website, westlakestem.org, you can sign up for an appointment slot with any teacher, and then you can actually visit with that teacher via a video conference. The links will all be there on our website so you can access them that way. Also, during our Mustang Roundups, we usually have a secondary game going on. Every student gets a stamp card, and they get stamps at the various locations they go to. If they get enough stamps, they get entered into the grand prize drawing, and for every stamp they get, we give them crazy points for having earned them. We can't do it exactly the same way because of the coronavirus, but we will still be doing the same idea. We will have a digital stamp card available for you on those nights. It will be on our website, westlakestem.org, as a Google form, and each of the stamps are really key words you're looking for. For example, if I do a conference with a teacher, that teacher will give me the key word, and I'll put that down as one of my digital stamps. Like I said, every stamp gets you crazy points, and if you get enough stamps to be entered in the drawing, then at the end of the week, we will do a drawing for 2 winners of sets of Apple AirPods. So you can be in the running for those, and like I said, either way you get crazy points along the way, so it's a great opportunity. We look forward to that game. We look forward to getting to see you, and this is our first Mustang Roundup of the year, so can't wait to see you. Thank you, Mustangs.
This past week we launched Mustang Market. Let's take a look.
That's it for us. Thanks for watching.
This is Mustang Media.